The great Warren Buffett just made some new investments. He has rarely bought stocks over the last decade, and this is a major reason why we must check up on his portfolio and analyze his new and top investment moves. Stay tuned to get this valuable info, and as always said with educational purposes and is not meant to be taken as financial advice. During his latest 13F filing report, which showcases the investments of the greatest investors in the world, who manage funds of over $100 million, it was seen that Buffett had a few new additions to his portfolio. First and foremost, he opened a new position in TSMC with a $4.1 billion allocation. TSMC is the world's largest semiconductor player, and the company is quite the value play. Make sure to watch my deep dive analysis on TSMC here on the channel, as the value you'll get from that video is enormous. The big risk surrounding the investment is the China-Taiwan tensions, but the investment of Warren in the company puts a lot of ease to this investment dilemma. Buffett is not a god at the end of the day, but surely he has made a thorough geopolitical analysis on the topic. At the moment, TSMC is the 10th largest position in Buffett's portfolio. The current portfolio share is 1.39%. and Buffett bought about a 1% share in the company. The other notable purchases of Buffett are in Chevron and Occidental Petroleum. Over the course of 2022, Warren has bought a substantial amount in both companies. He even issued an ask to the SEC to purchase up to 50% of Occidental, signaling he may even want to take over the whole company. The data shows that he increased his position in Oxy in Q3 by 22%, while his Chevron position is up by 2.43%. In general, Chevron is Buffett's third largest position, and it is a 8.02% share of his portfolio, while Oxy is his sixth biggest position with a portfolio share of about 4%. His top two positions are Apple with a 42% portfolio share and Bank of America with about a 10% share. Both of them did not see any changes during Q3. When it comes to banks, they are quite the specialty for Warren. An interesting change is his 35% reduction in his US Bank Corp position, which now is his 11th biggest position with about a 1% portfolio share. Also, he reduced his position in Bank of New York Mellon by 14%. It is important to note that Buffett likes to go in and out of positions only if he thinks there is a better option somewhere else or if he thinks the company is getting overvalued in relation to its fair value. Buffett also bought more in Paramount Global as he increased his position by 16%. Paramount Global operates as a mass media company which creates and distributes content across a variety of platforms to audiences around the world. It operates its business through the following segments: entertainment, cable networks, publishing, and local media. The entertainment segment is composed of the CBS television network. The total allocated capital there of Buffett is $1.7 billion, and this is about a 0.6% of Buffett's portfolio. Another completely new buy for Warren is Lousiana-Pacific Corp. It is an American building materials manufacturer, and the company is currently trading for a very cheap sum. Just to make a quick analysis, the forward PE ratio of Louisiana-Pacific is 12.5, which is okay. Its short-term debt health is strong with a current ratio of 2.33. The long-term debt to equity ratio is also very strong with a 0.25. Below 0.5 is the best place to be. Its return of invested capital is 33%. Buffett looks for this metric to be 12 or higher. The company is also experiencing quite the growth, as over the last 13 years from 2009 to 2022 its revenue increased from 1 billion to almost 5 billion a year, which is an annual compounded growth rate of about 13%. So from a fundamental perspective, I can see why Buffett likes the company. He bought in the company with 300 million and it is only a 0.1% of his 300 billion stock portfolio. Most of the previous top 10 stocks in his portfolio have not seen any changes. Companies like Coca-Cola with a 7.5% share, American Express with 6.9% share, Kraft Heinz on spot number 7 with a 3.7% share, and Moody's on spot 8 with a 2% share. The only stock in Buffett's top 10 to have seen a reduction on the position is Activision Blizzard, which is still his 9th biggest investment allocation, but it was reduced by 12% and is currently sitting at 1.5% of the total portfolio. In general, Buffett has the longest proven investment track record in history. During his 60-plus year career, he has managed to have a compounded annual growth rate of 20%. This crushes the S&P 500. Just for comparison, $1 invested in the S&P 60 years ago would have become $339, while $1 invested in Berkshire 60 years ago, today it would equate to $56,347. The difference is astonishing and it exemplifies the power of high returns plus time in the market. This was my analysis on Buffett's latest moves. Comment down below which other topics you want me to cover next here on the channel, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any of my future videos. Goodbye for now and until next time.